In this lesson, I discuss multiple bar diagram and also definition and also an example or a particular problem which supports the definition. What is the definition of multiple bar diagram? The construction of bar diagram with two or more variables under a particular study, it is known as, it gives multiple bar diagram. So, in simple bar diagram, we represent only one variable, value of the one variable. If you represent value of two or more variables for a particular time period, then it is nothing but multiple bar diagram. It is more useful for the purpose of comparison. If you want to compare two or more related sets of data of a particular variable, then obviously it requires the best choice of the representing the data is multiple bar diagram. If you want to compare two or more sets of data, related data, particularly to specify related data, sales of a company, sales of another company, in the same time in two different time periods, same time periods of both the companies, then obviously it represents multiple bar diagram. It is the one best option to represent such kind of numerical data, right? A statistical data, right? So this is what the simplicity and uses of multiple bar diagram. So in which it is also can be represented horizontal and vertically. So I have represented simple bar diagram vertically. Now I represent horizontally. You see, this is one such example here. Different time periods, years have been given, and profits in lakhs of rupees. Company A and company B, two companies. So now if you represent a bar diagram, so it can be now it can be visible clearly, and such diagram can be easily identified. Can identify the differences, and also compare the profits of the company of two different companies. We can easily compare. So therefore, these are the two important purposes of the multiple bar diagram. Now you see the representation. This is what I have considered a scale, or whatever it is you consider. This is the y-axis. On y-axis, I am consider representing the years 2012 and 2013 and 2014 and then 2015. This is what the year it is going to be represented. The representation of the year. It is going to be specified. And then see, in general, what I am considering here is one particular axis, x-axis. So in this particular x-axis, I am representing the scale. X-axis, the maximum value on both the, what is it, the 162. So now I can represent 50, 100, etc. So x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 50 units. You can represent 20 units, so it is good. So if you represent 50 units, here it is 50, 100, 150, 200. So this is what the representation I consider. This is 50, 100, 150, 200. Now you represent one by one. This is 100, 2012. Company A 100, company B 90. So company A, it is 100. I am representing for two particular companies. It is company A, it is 100. And similarly, company B, now it is 90. It is 100, it is 90. So we represent some particular kind of representation on both the values. And 2013, it is 120 and 95. 120 approximately I am specifying, drawing here. And then 95, I have to represent it is somewhere after this one. So therefore it is represented, it is 91, 120 and 95, and then it is represented by 145 and 108 in the year 2014. 145, nearly 150, right? So I am representing with the 145 here, and then 108, it crosses 100. This is 108, and 100, and finally for the year 2015, the profits of the two companies are 162 and 126 respectively. So it is 162. It is what, 162, and then it is 126. Just what I considered. It is 126. For which what you have to represent, two different kinds of bars are going to be represented. All are not should not be looking to be same. So therefore, if you consider here some lines diagonally, if you drawn for company 1, company A, and leave the second one as it is, blank. So this is what the representation I did. I write here, this is kind of box is for company A. I write, I am arranging the scale now. It is not required, I am arranging the scale and then I am representing here. This is what the representation of this particular bar, it is company A. Company A. And the empty bar, it is nothing but of company B. Company B. So these are the representation we have considered. Whatever the bar which consists of diagonal lines which represents company A, and the empty box which is of company B, or we can draw any particular some kind of lines, some kind of points or dots or what it may be, we can represent it. So one kind of representation, and you see here in representing this particular bar diagram, what I am considering, what I am doing here, I am continuously representing two particular bars, two adjacent bars I am drawing for the year, and then I am leaving some particular gap, and again I am considering another time period. Next I have drawn two particular bars of two particular companies, one bar for one company, another bar for another company, and again I am leaving some particular space, gap, and again I am drawing, again I am giving some particular gap, and again I am drawing. This is what the procedure. How much gap, it is not necessary. You can give it, you can construct of your own. So this is what the representation. Here I have represented horizontally. We can represent vertically. We can represent horizontally. There's no problem exactly. Both kind of representation are allowed, or can be done, which can be done, right? So this is what the diagrammatic representation. One such of diagrammatic representation, which is very much useful, called multiple bar diagram. It is very much useful for the purpose of comparison. The comparing two or more related sets of data, the multiple bar diagram is going to be used. So therefore, hope you understand. This is what the representation of multiple bar diagram, definition of multiple bar diagram, a kind of representation of through a particular problem of multiple bar diagram. I hope you have understand. Thank you.